All right, the recording should be going. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with what I was able to accomplish last week. So me and Michael and Matt just finished our sprint planning for the light car challenge. Basically got together what we plan on doing this next week, which is an initial task like viewing, getting up to speed, really. So I also, some of this I need to uh, Sorry. Some of this I need to demo. Give me a second here. Too many buttons I'm dealing with. Well, that looks good. Okay, so I put together a spreadsheet there. So far, this is the information that I've collected about um, the connectors for making the wire harness extensions. Most of the information has happened in the accelerator connector area, but only on the wire harness side. I've had a lot of trouble finding the side that would go on the, like in this case, to the accelerator pedal on the component side. The official distributor for Sumitomo for the accelerator harness didn't give me any information that leads me to believe they're not able to get those parts. They actually just asked me if samples would be okay because our initial order would be so small. It's not really in the realm of what they deal with, but they want to give me samples to test it out and see if it's gonna work and go somewhere. So hopefully that's for all the parts. I have not heard back from them yet on that. Other than that, oh, just one more thing I will say about that. One of the wire harness restoration people do have the connectors for the ignition on at least the wire harness side. I need to follow up with them because no one else seems to have any way to figure out what those are. So maybe they'll be nice enough to get us the manufacturers and we can go from there. Um, so I cleaned up the Carica backlog here a little bit, or the board, I guess you would say. Um, Basically, what I did is I took out, there were a lot of extra columns based on interns and a few other things. I created tags with the same name as the column and tagged those tasks with that particular tag of whatever column they were in, and then moved all those tasks to backlog ready. I think there's probably still a little cleanup that could happen, but that was a good initial attempt then. And I also, in the very left backlog here, put a card which is like an epic, our top priority of what we're working on. So in this case, right now, as a team, our biggest priority is the working on the engine module. And stop the screen sharing. There really should be less buttons to do this. Okay. Okay, so I also updated WordPress, 10 of the plugins and 5 of the themes to the latest version. And then I spent about 45 minutes wrestling with Linux, trying to get it to stream to YouTube live events. Um, this is the first time I've actually attempted to do the stream. I've been reading about it a lot, but I was able to get the script to not give me any bugs when I ran it, but it's like a really nice script that's not doing anything right now because it is not streaming anything to YouTube. YouTube's getting this the connection of the stream, but not nothing's being streamed basically. So it's a really nice error-free, bug-free script that does nothing. For next week, I plan on cleaning up the character a little bit more. I want to focus on the fact that we still have 2 done columns. I renamed one of them, but I want to try to clean those up and get that to make a little more sense. I'm going to continue working with these connector manufacturers and see if we can get a good source for them, and specifically going to focus on those ignition connectors since no work's been done on that yet. And other than that, of course I'll work on this Linux thing a little bit more, see if I can figure out where I'm going wrong on it. And if I have time, I'm going to write a blog to post to the website, which is just basically why I joined and participate in WIKISPEED. And I don't actually have any blocks that I wrote down anyway. So So who would like to go next?
I can go next. Last week I received the part to test the outrunner motor, and I did the test, and it was a success. I actually have a demo for that. And let's see. Probably won't need to say much anything else. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to let it run, and you can see it. Fortunately, it sounds like the bearings need help.
I'm just seeing the thumbnail still.
Just the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have two screens, we're only seeing the one.
Yeah, we're not seeing the video yet.
Okay. Hold on, then. Sorry about that.
You might need to do a full screen share because I think it's probably sharing the window that you were doing. You may need to get it.
Windows 8, and I think it's, let me see if I can open it with something else. Maybe this will do it. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right, can you see the full screen now?
Still looks the same for me.
No, I just see your screen. Yeah, all I see is your depth.
No.
It shows the thumbnails.
Oh, okay, hold on. PDFC. Is it now sharing it?
We still got audio only. We got no video. Now we're back to your smiling face.
I guess I am. I don't understand
Take
why.
your time. I really want to see this.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not working.
It looked promising there for a second, and then we went back to you looking at it. So.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get this screen share up, but I don't know why it's not working. I guys would think already that it doesn't like Windows Media Player, or let's see.
Yeah, it's possible. It really looked more like it was sharing just one window instead of the whole screen, though.
Yeah, it should have started sharing the whole screen though.
I'm seeing Windows Media Player now, and it's just not playing yet. So.
It's not playing. Okay, I'm just gonna have to, I guess, just download it to be honest. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, the motor did run. There were some problems. I have a graph sitting on it. I didn't get a current reading on it. So I want to talk to Michael about some stuff after the meeting. Next week, I intend to, since this does work, I intend to CAD the motor module and source the parts needed. And I'm actually moving the shop tomorrow, the old shop to the new shop. So then I'll possibly have some video of the new shop if it's together after this move. and I have no blocks at this time.
Good deal.
Are you doing sprint planning as well?
Yeah, he did sprint planning. Not I didn't include retrospective though.
Me neither. I'll wait for that to the end.
Yeah. Was that video? Is that just on your computer, Rob, or did you have that up on YouTube or
No,
Carica or something?
it's on my computer.
Okay. Okay. Cool deal. So who wanted to go next then?
Just a question first, Rob. Can you attach that to the your Carica pages there? If I can grab it from there, I can put it on YouTube or whatever you want to do with it. Or if you want to put it on YouTube.
Sure, yeah, I can. It's pretty large though, but I can attach it to the character.
Okay. Okay, so this week attended a question and answer section for the local motors. Took notes and we put them on Carica. The Q&A session we didn't get any audio from. I worked on this cheap AC controller, the zero crossing circuit that I've been having so much trouble with. No success, but I've spent too much time blocked on it, so I've actually looked for and found another circuit that I'm going to give a try this week. And not exactly on topic for the WIKISPEED, maybe for later this year or early next year. I'm going to be beta testing an open source AC controller by a guy called Paul Holmes. He's going to ship it to me this week for testing, and it should get here by like mid-February because it was shipped as cheaply as possible. This is an alternate source of an AC controller that supports open source based to a car. It's quite powerful. It's like 200 horse or better, and it's about $1,000 in parts plus a bunch of labor to build it and test it. So there's a possibility of good things to come there. Next week, I'm going to build this new AC zero cross detector and see if I can test it and get it running. We're going to be working on the backlog for the Local Motors Light Car Challenge. And I guess I have to decide whether I'm editing more of my video for testing the zero cross circuit. Everybody already knows it doesn't work. So it's just me fumbling around through the electronics trying to demonstrate some troubleshooting stuff that I get right about the third or fourth time. All the meanwhile talking to myself. And blocks, I need a functioning zero cross detector so I can move forward with this project. Retrospective, I'm going to give myself an 8, and I'm going to give the team about a 9.5. And I wasn't supposed to do that yet. Whatever. Okay. Well, as usual, I'm doing things in the wrong order.
It's fine if you want to throw it in.
And that's it for me.
Who wanted to go next?
Okay, I can go. Good evening. My name is Deetra, and I'm new to the call. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you're coming through.
Okay, wonderful. Let's see. What I've been working on is the Light Car Challenge. We're in Team 1. I've been doing the reading or just getting familiar with what the different components of the challenge consist of. And this week, coming up this week, I'll be working on the PR piece of it to make sure we kind of get the word out as to what we're doing. But our team is coming along pretty good. We don't have any impediments or anything.
Sounds
and that's
good.
it.
Thank you. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that leaves Lauren.
Yeah. Hi. So I've been dropped out for a little while. I was on contract. I'm kind of back. I did get an answer from Joe about something I sent to him, a block actually at a meeting 2 weeks ago, to do with the charitable status application. So I've been working on the charitable status application. There was a major block in that there's 19 categories of expenses you have to report on for the past 3 years if your organization already exists, which WIKISPEED does. And so that means there's a huge box of receipts, and they have to be categorized into 19 categories and reported on. So I proposed a party. Is anybody on this call in the Linwood area or in Washington State? Okay. Anyway, what I proposed is a party, not a bill party, but an accounting party. And Joe thought that's a good idea, so I'm going to be setting a date. I proposed to him actually 2 weeks after the light challenge ends, or very soon, or a month after that. And so it's going to probably be me and Joe, and we're hoping to get another few people, and go at the receipts with put out a bunch of boxes and go at the receipts for 4 hours, and then put up like a Google Docs spreadsheet or something, and get that part done. Because we decide it's a significant block. It's deliberate that it's something that the IRS puts in the way to kind of put a hurdle in front of groups that want to be get the nonprofit status. So that's kind of it. I've actually done a little more research on it and looked at some apps and things like that could be used going forward. So that's it for me. So that's big block, and so I'm trying to set up that thing and doing a little bit of research ahead of it. So for that's it for me.
Well, thanks, Lauren. I guess that brings us into retrospective, which I'll start off with. I'll say a 10 for me and a 10 for the team. I'm actually was pretty on point this last week with getting most of what I was trying to get done, or at least worked on. And definitely 10 for the team. I mean, I think this may be maybe the most people we've had on the call. Maybe I may be wrong, but no, I mean, see a lot of people working on various aspects of what's going on. I really enjoy that. And this week, I did not even attempt to think about a process improvement. So maybe if somebody else on the line has one, we can try that. So who wanted to go next?
I'll go next. I'll give myself a 9, and I'll give the team a 9. Process improvement? I don't have one. As usual.
All right, I'm not going to keep asking who wants to go next. Y'all just take turns. So whoever wants to jump in and then pass it off.
Yeah, for me, this week, I would say a 10, and for the team, a 10. No process improvement right now.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself a 4 because I haven't been fully involved, and the team looks well. It's a 10 because of going for that light challenge. That's a big deal, and the process improvement. I just wanted to follow up on one that I suggested before or back in the fall of my last meeting, which was the Ethernet in the shop, and I don't think anybody can answer that right now, but I want to follow up on that. The Ethernet in the shop, so that maybe people working in the shop can join in the meeting. So that's it for me.
I already did the retrospective process improvement. I'm going to go back to. It'd be nice if all the groups could somehow be contacted and encouraged to come on the call, so that we know what everybody is doing, or post to character, or basically somehow let us know what's going on, what they're doing, and just let us be excited by what they're doing.
I like that one. Yeah, it'd be interesting just looking because I end up Google Hangouts can have 10 participants, and I end up eating up 2 slots, one with the dial-in number and one with the computer I use to kind of host it so the dial-in number works. But yeah, we're 3 away at this point, so it would be neat to see if we got more people on. And we actually had to figure out what to do when we use all the Google slots up. So.
Or then we might have to go to Zoom or something else.
Or yeah, well, I will also say that as a temporary solution, if all the video slots here get tied up, that the dial-in number I think has 8 of its own slots, so people can at least participate in audio.
Yeah.
After that, I think it becomes like a chat type situation. But we've never hit it, so I actually have no idea what happens.
I had this idea about food at Hangouts. So, you know, it would just be, because of the time that it happens on the West Coast anyway, it would be cool if people would kind of arrange to have a pizza in front of them or something like that. And yeah, so that's kind of a thought, and you might even be able to do something, local pizza place or something like that. See if we can get a discount across the country at Little Caesars for our hangout.
That would actually be neat. I was trying to pull something up. I was trying to pull up a piece of pizza, but it did not work. Okay. Well, I think.
Yeah, I think I might have figured out how to quote that video.
Oh, do you want to go ahead and do it, Rob?
Let me give it a try.
Yes.
Let's see. All right, can you see it? Does it say proof of concept to everybody?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. Well, here it is then. I just won't say anything else except to just read it and watch it. Okay, that is it.
That was flipping awesome, Rob.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, it's time.
I will officially say I think that wraps up our essential ceremonies. So if anybody has any general discussion or crosstalk, you can go ahead and bring it up now.
Yeah, I could talk to Michael about the no current coming up on the display. Is it possible that that what I said is true, that the battery just doesn't put out enough amperage to register on that ESC, because it is rated for 60 amps, 50 volts, but and 140 bursts, but they said it needed a minimum cells for it to even work, and I think I'm running like right at the minimum.
So how long does it? I couldn't tell with the update rate on the video across the call. How long did it take to respond to your accelerate command?
The accelerate, it wasn't instantaneous. It actually, when I did wire the batteries in series and put some more and got it to around 36 volts or something like that, that was a lot quicker, the acceleration, when I just turned it to full acceleration. But with one battery, it was pretty slow to get to the top.
Okay, because if you're looking at 60 amps on a regular scale with a peak of 140, you should be pushing like those lithium batteries from the drills. They'll put 10 amps easy. So you're around 1/6 scale. You should see it.
Well, I don't see it. It's not reading at all. I just read zero current on the graph. But there's got to be some current going through there, otherwise it would turn, right?
Exactly. Do you have a meter?
I do. I got the shop there. I didn't bring it home.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to check that out. But I do have a 12-volt battery, and I know they're good for milliamps. So a 12-volt car battery. So I might try that.
Yeah. You're not going to get a lot of runtime out of it, but it'll give you a lot of amps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that 12 volts is going to do it. You might have to put a couple or 3 in series.
I don't have that many batteries. Car batteries on around.
I live on an acreage. I probably have 8 car batteries that I can pull out of the garage.
Yeah.
But
the batteries that are made for it, that it usually runs, have a 12C discharge rate to it, and they're good. They're only 3.2 amps per hour, but you can unload at 12 times. So that's the one it usually runs on. But
yeah, the batteries are going to be an expensive thing for you to pick up for testing. I don't really think that's reasonable.
No.
To put this thing through its paces, you're looking at about $1,200 for the batteries, kind of thing.
Yeah, I actually priced out the lithium Live Day ones that are how many. Well, to get the 50 volts, I would have to have 10, which is like, I think it was like $600 and some dollars.
Actually, EVTV has some older cells on special. They're 100 amp hour calp cells. They are $85 a piece plus shipping, and they're 100 amp hour. So you can actually, I think they're 3.2 volts a piece, so 50 volts would be like 16 of them.
Yeah.
So you're still looking at like lots of money.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, just to move the car though, what is it, four 12-volt batteries should be good for what, 10, 15 minutes?
If you're moving it on a concrete floor that's nice and level with tile and stuff like that, yeah, you should get like 15, 20 minutes kind of thing. Moving like under 5-10 miles an hour kind of thing.
Right.
At that point, you're probably going to be starting to get into heating problems with your motor, because they really don't put out that much juice for that long, I don't think.
Right. Well, I did put some while the motor was turning on there, I did put my hand on braking it to see if I could get the amps to run up on the graph, but still I didn't get anything on there. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's very suspicious. It's the controller isn't happy with something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I just don't think it makes enough amps themselves. But we'll see. It works though.
Yeah, it works. That's the big thing. You've got further than I did. So.
just putting some known stuff together that I happen to run into through my hobby days. and fixing a washing machine, a direct drive washing machine too many times.
Anybody else want to talk about anything else?
Well, I'm good. I guess I'm gonna get off the line.
Okay,
You guys have a great week.
All right.
you too.
It was good seeing everybody. Good night.
All right.